Hello, everyone, and welcome on this wonderful Monday night. I'm not usually live on Mondays. This is weird. Best Monday ever. Hi, Iris. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I had work today. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. I'm here on this Monday. This is weird. I'm never live on Mondays. This is strange. So the reason I'm live today and not tomorrow is because work kind of screwed me over and put me on for a double shift tomorrow. So I will be working until close tomorrow, which cuts into my stream time. So I got tomorrow, so I'm here for the long haul. Great. Awesome. I am very excited. I'm very happy for you. But yeah, so work put me on for a double shift tomorrow, so I am going to be working late, which cuts into my stream time. So that's why I'm live today and not tomorrow. Souls work while you do this to the one above all. I was so upset, and I remember, like, it was like after stream, and I'm like, it was after stream on Thursday, and I was like, I feel like there was a reason why I couldn't stream on Tuesday, and then I actually looked at my schedule, and I was like, well, crap. So, that's why the last minute change. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I have been looking into, adding other days into my schedule. So, you know, adding days, changing days, you know, what have you. So I am doing this as well to kind of experiment with a different day, see how things go. Excuse me. But regardless, today I'm very excited for today's stream because I have been wanting to play this game for a while. I'm just happy we still get you twice this week. I'm happy that I get to do this twice this week. I'm glad that I had nothing going on tonight. So today we're gonna play a little game called Tavern Talk. It is actually strikingly similar to a similarly named game called Coffee Talk. The biggest difference, so both are very like you know, fantasy D&D kind of inspired. The difference is that Coffee Talk took those fantasy D&D races and kind of put them into a more modern setting. Like you're in like freaking Seattle, I think, in Coffee Talk. Tavern Talk is very much more D&D inspired. Like you've got like, I mean, you're in like a D&D like tavern inn type thing. You've still got all the you know, D&D races and stuff like that. That sounds like a fantasy dialogue story. It is. So you are a tavern keeper, and you are it's very dialogue driven. The story is. It's essentially, you know, people come in, you serve them a drink, they tell their story, and then they leave. And that's kind of how the gameplay is. It's very similar to Coffee Talk, if you all have heard of that one. I played the demo for this game ages ago and do not remember a single thing about it. So I'm very excited to get back into this, because I have been looking for... I think we are just human. I think we are... I could not tell you. It's been a while. I know in Coffee Talk we were human, kind of. It's complicated. But I'm assuming because we actually, you know, can't see ourselves, that we wouldn't be able to pick a race, which I'm a little disappointed about, because I would always pick elf. I am always elf. I was hoping for Pixie Soul Tavern Keep. Well, maybe, who knows? I have no idea. So with that out of the way, I've talked your ear off long enough. It's 6:06 p.m. now. Let us get on with the game. All right, how is the sound? It looks okay. It's actually starting to get a little louder. The music is starting to pick up a little bit. How is the sound? Is the sound okay? A bit loud. Okay. Turn it down a little bit. How is this? Is this okay, or is this still too loud? That should be fine. Oh, could you not hear me before? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I have no idea. We'll turn it down just a slight bit more. That looks fine. Yeah, I'm going based off of what I see in OBS here. Where is... There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm way louder than the music now, so that should be fine. Okay. Let's get back into this. Oh, by deal. There's a DLC for this already? What is this? Hang on. Tempest Tantrum. That's the DLC. Interesting. All right, we'll look at that later. We're not here for DLC. Okay. Play. This autosave, I was going in to check to make sure I could actually... Oh, yeah. OBS, I can remember having to learn it for college. What did you do for college that needed OBS? Anyway, we're gonna be she, her. You can pick your pronouns. It's kind of cool. I like it. This game is also very...
Once upon a time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over.
Okay.
Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia. Not that far away.
Okay. Let me get my cursor out of here.
There was a tavern. My tavern.
Oh, this is cute.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper.
Okay. Whoa.
My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious.
Okay, magic drinks.
Phil,
Oh.
I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, don't say that, because something bad could happen when you say that. Don't say that at all. Don't say that, me. Why is there Among Us in the back? I can click on this? What is this? Quests? What is with the Among Us? Why is there Among Us on the board? There's so much Among Us. There's 3 Among Us people. It is streaming a game team. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say something before the cutscene started. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this game is very This game is oh, there's 4. There's 5 Among Us, 6 Among Us. There's too many Among Us. I'm not gonna count anymore. So this game, and the reason I'm playing it now in the month of June, is because this game has very, very heavy LGBTQ themes and things like that, and the developers have made it very clear that they want their LGBTQ characters just kind of exist in the setting and not necessarily be plot devices. So there will probably be some very, very nice LGBTQ representation in here, which I love. I love when LGBTQ characters can just exist. There's a couple behind the chat box. There's a trophy over here. It's way behind the chat box. And there's one in the window here. There's also one hanging off the windowsill. Did they have an Among Us collab at one point? Is that why there's so much Among Us? There's Among Us everywhere. They must have had an Among Us collab at some point. Anyway, we need to pick a voice for this this elf lady here. Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Fable. I like that name for this character. It fits. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Thank you. I appreciate it. Even better. I took a walk around the grove. Then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Oh no, this person's of fucking druid. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same... Oh. Amaranthine? Sure, let's go with that. Fucking tree huggers, I know, right? Damn druids. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon. The same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very... exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. As Rogamane fuck spellcasters. Fair. So intense. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. That is a face, indeed. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Not an adventure.
Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies.
Phoenix chilies. That sounds... Oh. So, sounds like this world's equivalent of a freaking ghost pepper. Or like a Carolina Reaper or something. I want one. I would probably eat it and then never eat things for like a month after that. I like spice. I'm just a little bit more sensitive to it. I was talking about the spice in your life.
Ah. Oh. That's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt.
I like the feeling of pain. That's true. Oh, the face again. That's true. Spice is not necessarily a flavor. Like, there's no flavor to spice, so... Like, whenever I say I like spice, it's basically just saying I like the taste of pain. Basically. Because that's really the only flavor in spice, is just pain. Ow, pain.
I'm like a bland soup.
So, a classic case of boredom, I see.
Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun?
Have you tried visiting a circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? This conversation is kind of strange. Cause I was like, oh yeah, add some spice to your life. And now Fable here is like, oh yeah, like she's kind of, Fable is almost like conflating the two of like, oh yeah, you know, adding, you know, something interesting in your life and like spices. So what route do I go here? I mean, Fable already said that that she can't do spice, so I want Fable to like me. I mean, it depends. Some spice has flavor like jalapenos, have a sweet undertone. See, peppers to me, like, I can't like peppers because peppers all have that like weird like pepper undertone taste that I just don't like. It's the pepper taste that I don't like. Does that make sense? When I say that all peppers have that pepper taste. Well, listen, you know what I mean. Like, it's that taste that I don't like. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go to a circus, I guess, Fable.
Huh?
Well, perhaps you could find something fun there.
I'm not...
Fable.
I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. Ugh, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything?
I mean, a lot of artists sing things at not living through anything. Artists nowadays, yeah. Bards? Well, bards, too. You know what? Fable could be a bard and just, like, tell the stories of heroes. I could totally see that. Bard Fable? Give me Bard Fable. What do you mean?
Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest, and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something.
I mean, 90% of rap is by people who haven't even lived in the streets. You know what? Fair.
Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be...
I'm not singing, by the way. Sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you all. I can't come up with a melody on the spot like this.
I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes.
A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. Sounds like a good song opening to me. I like that, actually. Oh, Fable's so happy. Not all of us have a bard inside. Well, listen, I could, if I really wanted to. I just don't like coming up with stuff like that on the spot. I mean, I studied music in college for 3 years. Like, I can do music. I just don't want to. I'm not feeling it today. You know what I mean? I feel like if there was another day, I could probably do it. But I'm not feeling it today. I like that. It's a good opening.
Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it.
I know nothing about music, but I love singing to myself. Never around people though. I'll sing in the car sometimes, and I'll do karaoke sometimes. But I feel like I have to psych myself up for it. I feel like every time if I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm a decent singer, I feel like people are like, oh really, sing something. And it's like, well, that's not really how it works. You can't just put me on the spot like that and expect me to be good. You know what I mean?
But nothing actually happens in it because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe?
No, I don't think so. I would love it if a nymph just walked in right now. It's like, oh, here's a nymph. Here you go. You can ask what they do now.
I would love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter.
Oh, character information unlocked. Oh. Oh, I apologize, Fable. Fable is they, them. Fable is non-binary. I am so sorry for assuming. See, this is what I mean. Oh, Fable's a ranger. Not a druid. I am so sorry, Fable, on 2 counts. I lumped you in with the druids and I misgendered you. I am so sorry. Can't sing around people anymore, not after my previous relationship. Yes. A fellow they, themer.
But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming into your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that.
I wouldn't mind a jingle.
I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Okay, well, maybe one day I'd get to offer them their own jingle.
In the meantime, can I offer you a drink?
Yes, I'd love a drink.
The usual?
Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot.
Thank you for the reminder, Fable. A swift strike. Okay.
It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating in the waves on the waves of a sunny lake.
Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph?
Both? But mostly I want a swift strike.
Message received.
Although, I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me?
Oh, this is interesting. This, I'm assuming, is how they work the tutorial into the story. I like that a lot, actually. They didn't have to do that. They could have just put boxes around as like, here's how you do it. But it's like, this is how you work the tutorial and you're teaching Fable. That's actually really cool. They didn't have to do that, but that was a nice touch. I like that. Oh, you could choose. I would like the tutorial, please, because I don't remember.
Really?
Yes.
What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron? Or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar?
Fable, you're a ranger. Don't. Oh wait, no. Right, rangers. Do rangers get that? I don't remember. Just follow me. Welcome to my. Oh. Hang on, I gotta move myself for a second. He's behind my head, but look at the little guy. There's a little guy right there. He's so cute. Alright, anyway, I'm coming back over here. Okay. Welcome to my drink mixing nook.
So this is what it looks like back here.
I don't think so, because Beastmaster has a tame. I know Ranger gets animal companions. There's more Amogus back here. They must have had an Among Us collab. There's so much Amogus everywhere.
Hello, Ondu.
Careful. I haven't fed him yet. Uh-oh.
Where do we start?
Well, I usually start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Okay, recipes.
Oh, you pinned my order.
I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes.
Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks?
No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it out on the board. Okay.
What if you pick the wrong one?
I can either erase it with the sponge, or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles to the right. Ah, they are all under my chat box. Wonderful. Except for these 3. So it's really just these 2 that are under my box, but that's fine. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Okay.
I think dexterity sounds the tastiest.
I had a feeling you might say that. As a ranger, that's funny. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Ondu. I think they replaced con for defense. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. I'm just trying to make it. Just try to make a drink. You got this. Okay. So Fable wanted this one. Oh, I need a lot of whatever this wing one is. Okay. I'm gonna draw it. Okay, so I can have it here. Okay, so that's the crown. That's the sword. That's the shield. Here's the wing. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Need some of that. I need a bit of the crown. I need a bit of the sword. Okay, and then I need a little bit of the shield. Oh, I don't have any more. No. What? Okay, hang on. Ondu, here you go. Oh. I got an achievement for feeding Ondu. I don't think you need the sword. Yeah, maybe not. I don't think. Hang on. I know I need a bunch of the wing. Yeah, it looks like I don't. Yeah, I think I need the shield. Okay. Oh. I think that was a little bit too much. Okay, I like how you don't have to, recycle the whole drink. You can just feed part of it to Ondu. I like that. Okay, maybe that one? Oh! Swift strike. Okay. So I got that, and then I pushed the button. That was just an Among Us sound effect. What is with all the... Can I turn this off? I'm so sick of the Amogus everywhere. I guess not. That's unfortunate. Because I don't want the Amogus everywhere. Oh, here's the ingredients. I guess I'm just stuck with the Amogus now. That's kind of unfortunate.
Wow, it actually does teleport.
Of course it does. What did you think was happening?
I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand.
I see. Well, give your creation a taste.
That's delicious. I made that?
You made that.
Thank you for showing me the ropes.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
These adventures you dream of. Aren't you scared they'd be...
Oh, these adventures you dream of. Aren't you scared they'd be the end of you?
Maybe. But how would I know if I never try?
Do you actually want to try? No, wizard... That's true. Innkeep is probably a wizard rather than a rogue. And wizards usually are not very good at sleight of hand. Usually. I mean, the way that I build wizards. Well, yes. I want...
Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but...
But what? God, there are 2 characters so far, and I'm already mixing up voices. This is gonna be a nightmare.
Never mind.
Oh. Hello, shifty individual. How are you? ... Okay. How can I help you? A drink. Oh my god, hot. Iris, who loves the men who cover their faces. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Okay, fair enough. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Damn, Innkeep just straight up says, yo, you ain't got no riz. God damn, Innkeep. Sure, whatever. Alright, spoken heart. Okay. I need the recipe. Alright, spoken heart. That's a lot of crown. Okay. Damn, roasting my homeboy. Alright, so much crown. All of the crown. Okay. All of the crown, and then a little bit of sword. Oh, and then a little bit of shield. Spoken heart. There we go. I did it. All by myself. Oh. Do you think he will open up with more Riz? I probably. wait. For Riz from him or Riz from me? Because I'm assuming if I Riz him up, he'll probably open up a little bit. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Okay. Well. Oh. Rumor unlocked. Song of bones and water. A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon. Oh, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. With banshees, with banshees, I don't know. I don't know if that's hyperbole. Oh, I can move things. I can move this around. Woo! All right, we'll stick this back in the corner. No, go back the other way. It's fine. We'll keep it here. All right. The brooding type, I see. Iris's favorite. What are you thinking about, Fable?
Just dreams.
Yours or someone else's?
Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that?
Isn't that up to you?
I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand. That's why I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom.
I love a man who will berate me and stab a man for me in the same moment.
Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me.
Then you should do what your heart desires.
Will it stop aching then?
I think so, yes.
What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave?
I keep staring at the bird. I catch myself looking up at the bird too. It's very distracting. it's just there. He's hanging out. What him doing? What if it did?
That would be a dream come true.
Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you.
Thank you, innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day.
Bye, Fable. Oh, nighttime. Oh, hello. We have a... Are you a tabaxi? What are you? Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment? Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? Oh, Jesus. Carolyn?
The name's Carolyn.
You can call me Care. Or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? I mean, I'm not a furry either, but goddamn. You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quest for me. But I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up Tregerin. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. We were unlocked. Werewolf mayhem. Volcakin. Okay. The Volcakin Carolyn told me... What is a Vukakin? What is that? We got a werewolf who's roaming around Tregerin. A potential threat to villagers. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. I didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south of in Erove. God, this really feels like a D&D campaign. They're like throwing location names out at me, and I have no idea what they're talking about. It's like you need to go across the water to random town name. It's like, what, that means nothing to me because I just got here. Been wondering if it's the same one. Just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vampires? Is that a fucking Twilight reference? Think so. Nah, that's a split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. This is... Vukakin is unique to Tavern Talk. Okay. I that explains it, because I'd never heard of that race before. Also, Carolyn is very much talking about Twilight here. Which one are you, Innkeep? Okay. We're going back to, like, 2012, like, peak Twilight. Team Edward or Team Jacob, guys? Vampires or werewolves? I know my answer. In, like, my middle school self was so obsessed with vampires. I loved vampires. I am team vampire all the way. I hate vampires. They are always high and mighty. Some of them. I have seen some that are not, but most of them are. So you're into the fangs, are ya? Well, way to fucking call me out like that. An innkeep never tells. You little rascal. I like you. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why? Wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. See, that, but like 3 of my favorite PCs I've played were half vampire. I mean, also Asterion exists, so just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle? Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. No, I mean, I get it. Like, Asterion is very overhyped. Asterion is just the hot one. Well, they're all hot, but like Asterion is the hot one. Like, his entire character is I am pretty, so I was told to go around the city and you know, seduce people because I'm pretty and I can do that. That was his, like, I play rogue, so him being like right up my alley with everything else makes it bittersweet because I want to use him, but I'm the rogue. I mean, I've had parties with 2 rogues. I'm in a playthrough right now where one of the PCs is a rogue, and we had Asterion for a while. Now we have Halcyon, so I just bring Halcyon everywhere. But like we had Asterion in the party for a while because I was romancing Asterion, and the person I was playing with was also a rogue. So like you could have 2 rogues in the party and be fine. I don't mind it. I mean, especially like with Baldur's Gate specifically, like the subclasses they do have are so vastly different that you could quite literally you could quite literally have makes you feel like one is just the worst one. I mean, especially like I think the one that benefits from that, well, not benefits, but the one that like is very clearly different like the most is Warlock. Warlock, you could have a caster warlock, you could have a combat warlock. I always play Will as Pact of the Blade. So he is a close range fighter who happens to have spells and happens to have cantrips. But I play Will, even though he's a warlock, very much like a close range fighter because that fits the most with his lore. Ranger too, yeah, because the ones that they do have are so vastly different. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah. Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Rumor unlocked fetch. Werewolf is previously has been seen in Arave, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. That's like the bit in like all the movies. Like all the werewolf characters are just big dogs. One can be a melee, one can be a range. You can also be support or attack magic. Right, like you could quite literally just have a party of 4 rangers and all have them built differently and it work. Good to know. Thanks, Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Lynn, should we call Carolyn by her full name or should we call her Care or Lynn? I like Lynn personally. Go get it, throws ball. So it's funny. One of our dogs, he loves running after the ball and going to get the ball. He doesn't like giving it back though. So he'll run and get the ball and then just keep the ball. And won't give it back to you. So I always say it's less like playing fetch and more like playing catch. Because he'll go get the ball, but he'll just keep it. He won't bring it back. Lynn. Yes, no take, only throw. Well, because he's part lab, but he's also part pit. So the lab in him is like, all right, I gotta go get the ball. But the pit in him is like, nah, it's mine now. It's always really fun. It's always really funny playing fetch with him. All right, Chief. You got a name or is it just Inkeep? Just Inkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Oh, I changed the name in the text box too. That's cute. Well, Inkeep. Then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What'd you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. Don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Alright, so something with a whole lot of strength, which I'm assuming is the sword. Spoken Heart, Frosted. Probably Southern Brawler probably is the one that she's looking for. Let's just throw that strength in there. Okay, and then a little bit of crown. Okay, and then a little bit of, is that shield? Yeah, that's shield. Southern Brawler, alright. Could be, I don't know. Here, here, come here. Just do full strength. Yeah, it's not giving me the option to, so. 1 crown. And 1 shield. God, I hate the frickin' Among Us sound effect, dude. I played Among Us so much back when it was like huge, back during that time when the world was shut down, so that sound still triggers me. Would have been a neat subtext if that be true. Yeah, it would have. Drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Undead snails? Wait, I read that completely unfazed, and then I took a look back at it. I'm like, what? Rumor unlocked. Snail's pace. An unusual amount of undead snails seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. I mean, I would say so. Undead snails, I'm using that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. Make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. It's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. Past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. Pretty sure for more work I'll be back. But sure, for more work I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Character unlocked. Lynn. Beast Slayer. Hukakin 36, she, her, Beast Slayer. Chaotic good. Interesting. Right? Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Sure. Interesting. This is an interesting thing. Fine. Guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the next best step would be would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. You know what? Fair. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you, too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Okay, so this one was together, this one was there, and this one was there. Okay. So we do these three and the quill. Oh, got an achievement. Combine rumors to create your first quest. Recent Vukikin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up from Traegerin from Erave. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Traegerin from this werewolf of mayhem? Cool. Ah. Sweep, sweep. Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. That's all under my text box. This is Act 1, Part 2. He's so cute, we need to give him a name. He has a name, doesn't he? The little guy? Hi, Fable. Oh, Fable took the quest. Nice. Good job, Fable. What's this wanted board? Characters log. There's like a there's like a wanted board on the menu too. What do you have there, Fable?
Found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregorin. Is that true?
It is indeed.
Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday?
Not yet.
What kind of hero are you? Or what kind of hero are you, looking for?
One who knows their way around difficult terrain. Woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest.
Ah, I am good with a bow.
Yes, Fable.
And I know my way around any woods.
I know, Fable. And? Fable, just take the damn quest.
Maybe I want the quest.
Just maybe? You do be a ranger, we know this. Yeah.
No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's the start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before.
And you've probably talked to wolves before.
And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room.
See, there you go.
And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet.
And then? Random as fuck gift, I know.
I didn't think that far ahead.
I see.
Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? Then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf.
That took a quick turn. Yeah, Jesus, Fable, calm down.
So maybe I should put the quest back.
Fable?
Yes?
Take the damn quest. Do you want me to tell you to take the quest?
Maybe.
I can't make this decision for you.
Neither can I.
Oh, they're so sad.
Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move.
I've met slimes less anxious than you.
You've met slimes?
My tavern is open to everyone. Dude, just go and throw a stick and make a friend. Just take the fucking quest, Fable.
Oh, right. What do slimes drink?
Water. More slime. Bones.
You sell bones?
Only to slimes.
Ah, maybe you'll be able to add bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor.
I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable?
In general?
I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead.
Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses. But it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods. The world. The worms.
The worms?
They seem like they need protecting.
They are quite important.
But every time I think of embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy.
Is there something making you feel like you might fail?
Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf?
We don't know what it's thirsty for. Might prefer orange juice.
It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me.
Ah, you can ask any of these. Very curious as to why people wouldn't want to spend time with Fable. Fable seems adorable and just wonderful, and I don't understand why anybody would want to not spend time with our little elf friendo.
Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat.
Did that happen once?
Once? I wish it had been just once. Seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things.
You're too harsh on yourself, Fable.
Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know?
Sounds like unlucky, sounds less like unlucky, more like low wisdom. You sound clumsy.
Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now, guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing?
Weeping?
Like a baby. All day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken.
I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable.
It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears won't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes.
Oh, I can ask all of these. Okay. What's the Mary Morgan incident?
Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. You didn't hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia, word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind.
What happened?
An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Traeger recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves.
Why were you so nervous?
New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way.
How did it go wrong?
I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. Must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end...
It's this rumor. The riverbanks of the Shivermere hides the Mary Morgan, a wrathful spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. I read that one.
They had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. Couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. I silently bid my farewells, and when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove, I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. Could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
Your first encounter with the Hydra.
Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dreamplane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it had fire breath, it wouldn't mind.
It probably minded a lot, didn't it?
So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say.
Fable, I feel that. I feel like there have been times where, like, I'm, like, going to meet somebody for the first time, or I'm, like, you know, like, having to, like, talk in public, and I have this whole thing planned out, and then I actually get to it, and then everything that I had thought about to say just out of my brain. Like, I've definitely had that situation before, so Fable, I feel you.
So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars ascends a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle.
What is this? Wyvern. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it's just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Okay, yeah, these two are the same, so.
A quest! Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore. And I ran back and apologized and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea.
Oh. Did you get it some?
Yes.
Then you completed its quest.
3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died.
Whatevs are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Yeah, Fable's so focused on the coulda, shoulda, wouldas that it's like, you know, they're not focusing on the good things, like the fact that they did end up getting the tea. the tea had been received and obtained by the Hydra. Adventures don't come tied up in neat, mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable. No matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless, or just try to do better in the future. That's all you can do. Your mistakes are part of you. I like you the same nonetheless.
You do?
Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable the Messy Adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality, on the other hand. Great non-guy. Might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that.
I won't. Thank you, Innkeep. Because I like you so much?
Oh, and because I like you so much, I'm gonna keep giving you free advice.
I hope so. What do you have for me?
You seem to be very insecure. Yeah, no shit. I think that's the biggest problem here.
But how can I not be? When everything I touch falls apart.
You know that isn't true.
You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of.
You'll have to find that out then.
Like, on a quest?
Just take the fucking quest, Fable. Good God. For example.
Don't you think I'm a little underleveled?
Do you think that will change by sitting around?
I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better?
Can you just take the quest and stop, Fable? Best thing you could do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows? You might even end up forming a party.
Oh.
And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever.
I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick.
That's the spirit. Is this going to be your segue into wanting your drink?
Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero. Charmer of nymphs. I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers.
There you go, finally.
And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right?
Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey?
Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming?
Something with a
lot of dexterity. If I want to fight, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage.
That surprise round advantage. This really is just all. This is just a D&D. This is just a D&D game, bro. We already had the references to the levels. We have surprise round. We've got the drinks are D&D stats. Bro, this is just a D&D game.
maybe that can help, something that can help me with diplomacy.
Okay, so you need charisma too.
Perhaps just a hungry lost lichen after all. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all. And it only needs a pep talk and a hug.
Just a D&D right here, yeah?
Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest.
Yeah, no fucking pressure.
But of course I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing.
Backseat. Yeah, Fable, no backseating. It's one of my rules on my channel, god damn it. Follow the rules. Okay. So either dexterity or charisma. So either the Swift Strike or the Spoken Heart. What do we think? Give her Riz, please. Okay. They shall get the Rez. The Riz, not the Rez, the Riz. So what is it? It's charisma. Oh. Charisma. 1, 2, 3. And then a little bit of strength. And a little bit of defense. Maybe then we can meet a werewolf because she makes friends with it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is the thing for God, the fucking Among Us sound, dude. I need to figure out how to turn off this Among Us stuff. This is driving me insane. If I can do that. This should do it.
Thank you. I feel so much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm.
There are a lot of farmers in Tregorin.
And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation.
Hey, man, this wasn't D&D, this was Pathfinder, but Rangers in Pathfinder can be absolutely busted. My Ranger in Pathfinder, I think by like level, I think we ended at level 10, and my AC was in the 20s. Because my AC was in the 20s, and the way that the favorite enemy bonus works, you get bonus on, I think, attack and damage rolls with your on your favorite enemy. And I DM because of my lore. Still don't know to this day why he did this. Why he allowed me to do this. Well, I know why he did it. It was because of the lore, but he allowed me to do this. My favorite enemy was humans. So and of course, it's Pathfinder. So there's a lot of humans. So I would never miss. I would get, it should be in audio settings to turn off the Among Us sounds, but oh no, I don't want auto.
Thank you again. The string gave me the courage I needed to get started.
The sounds, yeah, but the visuals are whatever. I can get used to those. That sound is gonna drive me insane. I don't see anything. I'll have to go to the menu and see. We'll continue for now. You got this, Fable.
I'll try.
Have some faith in yourself.
Okay, I got this.
Much better.
Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so...
So?
I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant.
Ah, ingredients. and consumption can pass that on to mortals like us?
Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks.
They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift.
Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days,
I'll take a look at them all together later.
Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest.
Might be other under game sounds, but that would just turn out off on all the other sounds. I don't know. I'll look into it.
I'll see you post-victory.
Bye, Fable. I hope Fable will be alright. Hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Don't wish that upon Fable. Fable, the mighty hero, and their best friend, the magical clown. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, you're back. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drinkable? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? My spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Okay. Another Riz drink. Nah, I don't trust myself. Okay. Okay. 1 strength. And 1 defense. Oh. He is Steve. He will be Steve until we learn his name. Spoken heart, just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Oh, hi. What the hell happened to y'all? I was a vampire. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line, or I could confidently say I'm all but empty? I like this music. How long is prey? Why? I'm very concerned as to the reason for asking that question. Oh, because you want British prey, that's why. It's... I don't actually know. I want to say it's less than an hour. Research. I don't actually remember. I will get back to you on that one, because I'm not sure myself. I'm all but empty. Look, I convinced somebody to take a quest earlier. Okay, listen. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you more dialogue options than most. But that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. How many points do I need to save to make you suffer and pray? Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside of that skull. God damn! You just got here! Why are you insulting me? What the fuck? I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree. You look much more delicious than they usually do. Hey, 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 back off, okay? The slime is alive? Oh my god, you're right, it's moving. Thank you. Though I should let you know, I'm not on the menu. I made the vampire sad. Yeah, my neck is mine, okay? Leave it alone. It looks like it's still alive, yeah. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. Okay. We have, gotten a gender for this person, which is decidedly male. I wasn't sure. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquette de... Jesus Christ. Of course, the very long, intricate name for a vampire. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle. His name is actually Kyle? What kind of drink can I offer you? His name is Kyle. Okay, so he's not the stereotypical vampire with the very long, complicated name. He's just Kyle. Hello, Kyle. Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Probably the strength drink. Yeah, strength drink. This is the brawler, right? Yeah. This guy is smart. He said no to you asking for his name. He's clearly dealt with the Fae. Yes, he's clearly dealt with the fucking Fae. Fae are terrible. My one experience with the Fae in a campaign, I'll tell this story too. My one experience with the Fae in a campaign, we were in like these woods that were just riddled with Fae. Fae ask for your name, they literally mean it. Yeah. No, I know. Trust me. I've had my dealings with the Fae. I know. The Fae just kind of operate by their own rules. Yeah, no, in a campaign once, we were in these woods that were just absolutely riddled with Fae. And, when we slept that night, we all had these really, like, vivid, almost, like, real feeling dreams. And in mine, I had seen somebody from my backstory who was, like, absolutely awful to me. So my first instinct was shoot bow. Every single time I shot my bow, I also made a will save, which is a thing in Pathfinder. I'd make a will save to get out of the dream. I've dealt with Fae so much, I now have a sixth sense for you. So, and I kept failing my will saves. And because this, person that I was fighting in my dream counted as a human, I got my favorite enemy bonus. So I would shoot my bow and then fail my will save, and then I shot bow and failed will save, and then shot bow, and I did this like a good 4 or 5 times. When I finally woke up from the dream, I found out that I was actually shooting one of our party members, a very important party member, that it would have been very upsetting if that party member died. Everybody would have been very upset with me if I had killed this, because this party member was essentially a MacGuffin for the series. So, for the campaign. No, not friend. I'd like to be very clear about that. My character and this party member hated each other. They wanted nothing to do with each other. The reason my character had a favored enemy bonus toward humans is because every human that they had met in their lives was not good to them. So that was why my DM gave me the favorite enemy bonus toward humans specifically. And when I first met this character, of course, I had to in character be an asshole to him. And he's just like, you know what, fuck you, and just started being an asshole to me back. And that led to like this huge rivalry for the entire campaign. Well, I wouldn't say the entire campaign, because right before we had stopped, there was kind of like a mutual, not necessarily like friendship happening, but like a tolerance for each other. Like, we weren't being assholes anymore. We were tolerating each other's presence enough to not be assholes to each other all the time. But yeah, no, if he died, that would have been very unfortunate, and everybody would have been mad at me. My character wouldn't have cared, because this guy was a human and an asshole, so my character wouldn't have given a shit, but everybody else would have, because he was very important to the overarching story of the campaign. Anyway, let's give this vampire this blood drink, this red drink. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a No. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Ray of Frost Grip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough, like the mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. One frosted lagoon for Rhea Frost Grip. Okay. Frosted lagoon, here it is. Draw. Okay, 3 defense. Skip, excuse me. Don't you fucking skip me. Frosted Lagoon, yay! Never felt more like an NPC. I think that's kind of the vibe they're going for. Like, this is very strange. I'm like on the other side of this. Like, I am the NPC. Taste of Ore, just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. Yes, we have the very aggressively dwarf here, and the very aggressively vampire over here, I see. I'll see how it feels being a DM sometimes. Tell me about it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dulvamere, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. This is the most aggressively dwarf I've ever seen, and it's great. There I was, minding me own business. Okay, so I did notice this. Is this supposed to be like Irish or Scottish or something? There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hitting the gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. And suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. No, it took your gold. How dare the ooze. She is a dwarf and she is digging a hole. I just imagine she's singing that while she's mining up her gold. She's like, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go look for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you. Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. Yeah, no, these two are very, like... They're, like... These are, like, they're very androgynous, but they are very, like... at least I'm pretty sure Ray is a she. I don't remember. I know, I know Kyle is a man, though. Because Ray has mentioned it a few times. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior. When that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit until there was nothing left for the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food? Oh, okay, so, okay, that was on purpose. I was looking at, like, is that a typo? Is that a typo? No, that's on purpose because Kyle wants to eat me. Silly food? She dug out me! And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh, yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Baruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did. Oh, please, allow me to ask that question. What was that deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Oh, Rhea, here we go. I have Kyle in my book, too. Dwarf, she, her, blacksmith. Okay, yeah. Lawful neutral. And Kyle. Age? Nah. Class vampire. Background. Eridu. Where? Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusong. When did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we'd need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strutt in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Wait, it's a cape of invisibility? No wonder you can't fucking find it. Oh my god. Kyle, please. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. And what was the last vampire event you wore your cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. But he's wearing it, probably. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn? The vampiric Countess Evelyn residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Considering that the rumor I unlocked is called Bad Blood, I don't think so. Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Oh. Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Oh, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her! That thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape. I couldn't live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. I love the dichotomy between these two. It's amazing. Perhaps, innkeeper. That's your name, right? Sure or no? I mean, everyone else has been calling me innkeeper. Kyle is just like me, no heart, only cape. Sure, yeah. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot at her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness, temptress of men, flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. Do I have all 3 of the points? 1, 2, yeah. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. And keep quickly. Another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe about some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Another lagoon it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Like, this is like everything I loved about Coffee Talk. It's so simple, and you just like, I think I've said this before. One of my favorite things about games is like getting to know you know, characters. I love characters in games like this. So in like for example, in games like Stardew Valley and like those kinds of games, my favorite thing about them isn't like the farming or, you know, the mining or the fishing or anything, like the gameplay. It's just talking to people and getting to know the people. So this game is quite literally that. It's gonna be Wanderstop, but just the characters. Yeah, it's Wanderstop, but way more character focused. Coffee Talk was like this too. This is very much yeah, Coffee Talk was like this too. It was people would come in, you'd make their coffee, they'd tell a story. But this game like adds more. Like, you are just essentially a D&D innkeeper. Like, you know, people come in, they give you rumors, you make quests and things like that. So you are just a D&D innkeeper. This is fun. I like this. Anyway, let's go. Here's your drink. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. Might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I'm consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here, you were complaining about having to walk. I found the imposter. It's Kyle. Damn it, Kyle. My platform doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. Why don't you take it off? Take a fucking shower. My back is all itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh, right. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? I do, actually. Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. I just got fire resistance peppers. What the fuck? I quite literally just got fire resistance peppers. Oh. That reminds me. My aunt... I'm going to assume that's Matilda. Because there's an H in there, but I'm going to assume that's Matilda. My Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Fire resistant, not UV resistant. Fair, but I mean, he does quite literally burn in the sun. We got 3 heads, made by the dragon to guard Gaia, likes to eat people for breakfast. I'd also like to point out, I don't think Kyle is sitting down. Because Rhea is very obviously sitting down. I don't think Kyle is. Kyle's just standing the whole time. He complained about having to walk here, and now he's not even sitting down. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. I have an inn to run, dude. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'll be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? What did I unlock for Kyle? He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess residing in Marrow Castle, and enjoys sunbathing. Maybe a tad too much. Like how his arcana is the Fool. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. As soon as the fearless adventurer picks it up. And succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me! Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep. While we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? I would assume so. Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. Got a couple barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Don't eat me, Kyle. I'm watching you. New quest. Alright. Vampire. Evelyn. That one. Oh. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long lost cape, but be aware, she might be invisible. There's one more, supposedly. Is it the Chimera one? Yes, okay, so Wyvern Chimera, they hate mice, and the Vampire Saliva one? Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a Wyvern Chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Cool. Got some new quests for people. Ah. Ondu's mouth opens up so big. It's a new day. Act 1, Part 3. New friends and former enemies. 59th of the Wake. Cock-a-doodle-doo. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Cool. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. Okay, I needed to wait until today to do it. To do the peppers. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Cool, so I have Fey crystals. I have the peppers that Fable gave me. Oh! Oh! Hello, you two. I also got an achievement. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. Oh, are they friends now? It's good to see you too, Lynn.
She meant to say please.
Welcome back, Fable. You look alive.
Thank you. I am.
That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends.
We're not?
So, you two didn't form a party? No.
Oh.
Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So, I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Poor Fable. I know, they're so sad. Family feud?
I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication.
No, it was a feud.
I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility.
I was gonna kill him.
I thought that was a joke.
It wasn't.
Oh.
But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. They have a name.
It's Fable.
Whatever. Damn. I thought these two were friends. Lynn, don't treat Fable like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Does this perchance have something to do with your quest?
It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf.
Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. Kind of don't like Lynn right now. Me too, I know. Lynn's kind of... I don't know about Lynn.
I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. Now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of.
I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance?
We're both stealing sheep.
Was not.
Sure was.
Adventuring don't pay what it used to.
So you steal other people's sheep?
Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest?
Well, where do I start?
How about at the beginning?
Right. I was born on a half crescent.
Not that far back.
I was born on a half crescent dreaming moon.
Of the quest, Fable.
Right. The quest. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregerin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset.
Do you have trouble in the dark?
Emotionally?
Visually. They shouldn't. They're an elf.
A little. I mean, I reckon I could still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl.
Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around.
Who says I can't?
I hope these two become friends, because Lynn's kind of being a bitch right now.
Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing.
Not the normal kind.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet.
Your ears are failing at being small.
So I snuck closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep.
I was petting it.
Well, I thought she was going to eat it. So I summoned up all my courage and stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely right in their mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her and maybe that would calm her down.
It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them?
A polite person.
Or an insane one.
It worked, didn't it?
Because I ain't a werewolf.
He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said it again. "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was.
No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?"
I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. Sounded like someone had ripped a hole in the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please, it was barely a bark.
Then it made my blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around.
You turned around immediately.
When I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow, gleaming eyes.
Gleaming with jaundice.
Sharp teeth, giant claws. It looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? I like how that's what we were concerned about. It's like, oh yeah, just, what race is fucking Lynn? I keep forgetting. Vukakin, right, yeah. We've got a werewolf and a not werewolf fighting to the death, and I like how I'm concerned about, oh, what did you do with the sheep? So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Lynn just beats them with the sheep. I hope they have bonuses with improvised weapons. They actually censored the curse word in there. Ah, crap. No, not that. There we go. Hey, why can't I say that? This game is great. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old... Hey, why can't I say that? This game is great. What the... Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. This game knows its audience. And you know what? It's me. I am the audience. I find this shit hilarious. She's still trying. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know? Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud. Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. I don't know. I don't know half of these names. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away. Without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind. Worried senseless. Until he found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he could just face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. They have a name, fucko. I'm glad they did. How'd you figure that out?
Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. Tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so... I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But I got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen.
Look mighty scary there, little pal. Are they friends or not? I can't tell.
Thank you. I sat down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them.
Because, like, now they're joking, but before it seemed like Lynn was just generally not interested in being friends with Fable, and Fable was very sad about it. I can't tell what the dynamic between these two is. They are lovers. There we go. When in doubt, just assume they're in a relationship.
If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
Sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. I ship it. You know what, like, honestly, I could honestly see this being, like, a huge ship in the community just based on the dynamic of these two alone. Just based on the dynamic of these two in this day.
What?
The size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well... Anyway... I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him the best we could. And at the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons.
He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Vukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common.
The sheep?
No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help.
But
the sheep too.
Lynn.
But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Oh! You know what? You're right. I didn't think about that. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. I guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful.
Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
And he got so obsessed with the cure, he still can barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs.
That sounds like a bunch of...
It's real. You're a crescent moose.
Hello, Maki. How are you?
We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy.
That sounds great.
It is. A happy ending.
I wouldn't call it an ending. Rather, the beginning of something new.
So, the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one.
Exactly.
I like that.
So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves.
Ah!
Said something about it being for you, Innkeep. Aw, you spoiled the surprise, Lynn! How dare you? Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise.
Wasn't that hard, was it?
Ah, well...
So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Got out of the shower, about to play some more Guilty Gear. Fair enough. Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean making the usual. Strength never gets old. Okay, so where are my infusions at? Do I not have them yet? I did say that I would get them out later. Forget what the strength one is. Swift Strike. Southern Brawler, here we go. Okay. Bunch of strength. Are you going to mess around with different characters again, or are you just gonna play your main? Hello, can I pour, please? There we go. That Among Us sound is also so loud. Surprise! Not bad. We should do this professionally. I do. That's why I own An inn. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you want the usual?
Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events.
Making sure mods work properly. Okay. Alright. Swift strike. Back to the usual. Alright. Which one is... This one is the dex. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then shield. And is it brain? So strike. There you go. Ta-da! Here you go.
Thank you. Wow. This is perfect.
You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you.
Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent.
It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there.
Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie.
See you later.
Are you heading home, Fable?
Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything's still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too.
Did you enjoy your first quest?
I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming.
I did give you a charisma drink. I wonder if this would have gone differently had I given them the other one. What was the other one that I think I could have also chosen the Swift Strike for that one too. I wonder what would have happened if I gave them the different drink. Cause Coffee Talk there was one day in the first game that I remember, your regular, the Fable equivalent in that game, her name is Freya. She probably would have battled then. Yeah, she probably would have battled otherwise. The Fable equivalent in that game, Freya, she is like she's working on a novel, I think, and she comes in and she's just so tired, and she's like, I need caffeine to work on my novel because I am like, she's very clearly like overworked and stressed out, and you have the choice to give her coffee or to give her a drink that will put her to sleep. And the correct option there is to give her the drink that will put her to sleep. But like, you have and that's like a huge choice. Like, that determines like the outcome of the game. It is huge choice. So I'm wondering if the stakes are probably lower for that choice, but I wonder if it would have worked out differently if I'd given them the other drink. I'll have to go back another time and see if that is oh goodness. Because I think you're right, Iris. I think Fable probably would have either battled or ran away and not met Lynn otherwise. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? Or, yes, very good job. Maybe you should order that drink more often. Damn, I can be an asshole. It's like, yeah, maybe you should just, order the charisma drink. What did I say to that one hooded guy? Like, some charisma could be good for you or something. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable.
Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure.
I think this is just the beginning.
That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day?
That's a very tall order.
You're right. I'm not cut out for that.
No, I made them sad. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world didn't end.
Right.
But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help.
Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second.
We'll see.
Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song.
Or a sad one.
Or both. I'm gonna head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I have 2 over here.
I can't wait. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye, Fable. Hey, you're back. Hey, the hood's off, too. Good evening to you, too. Oh. Oh, you took a quest. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It is gorgeous, yeah. I really do like his hair. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. We have a name. Hello, Zephyr. It's good to meet you. You a half elf? I just noticed I noticed the ears too. Did the wind carry you in? No. My legs. It's so angry. I do like that name a lot, yeah. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Which quest did you take? Oh, it won't show me until I actually until he actually takes it. Oh, I have, okay, so this is where this is my quests, and these are the locations. Got it. Okay, cool, I like that. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle, get the cape. Oh, he took the Evelyn quest, okay. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? Can't say she has. No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night. Yes, because that's how vampires work. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask... Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Do you sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Whose blood, innkeep? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? It completely dodged the question. Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. This is the most rogue I've ever seen. Oh my god. Oh, you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed. You must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. Definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Facts, never touch a man's cape. A man's cape is... like, you can never, ever separate a man from his cape. How dare you? What's wrong with you? Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures. Whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Yeah, something to distract from all of the amogus everywhere, please? Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. Not an amogus, please. My walls are still a bit empty. Bring back an amogus statue. Not the amogus, please. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allows you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets, or how about a joke? Well, the obvious correct answer I think would be secrets, but how about a joke is funnier? What do we do here? Do we go for what looks like the correct answer, or do we go funny? But a joke is funny. Is that the answer we're going with? I don't know. I feel like if this is like coffee talk, I think certain answers will progress the story and certain ones won't. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what I like to call a little bit of save scumming, because I didn't save it all. Let's tell a joke. Oh, the music stopped. A joke? That's not... I don't do jokes. Then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. Oh. How do explorers hide their treasure? How? By dragging them to a safe location. He is not happy with this at all. Alright, I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks. Alright, I'm gonna load real quick. I'm gonna see what the, That is actually quite funny. Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before. Just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. Cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. Okay. I don't know. That answer was quite creepy. It's like, yes, I was watching you all day yesterday. Like, got a fresh shipment today. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? Oh, I just got some stuff. For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. Okay, that's the defense one. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. Like everywhere trying to be romantic. I watch you while you sleep. Pretty much. It's just... If consumed, it'll turn you invisible eventually. And for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. Also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful in your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn might maybe of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Cool. So the strength drink plus a pine cone infusion. Cool. Or perhaps a smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. Yeah, so it's either the strength drink with the pine cone, or I'm assuming the dex drink with the crystal. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. Oh, they're up here! Okay. They're behind my box, but they're all hanging up here. Might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Alright, so are we thinking strength with the pine cone or dex with the crystal? Oh, we have a they. Interesting. Okay. Air echo. Oh, is he a Ganazi? They're a Ganazi, I think. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure they use echo because they can't use Ganassi, probably, because wizards. Interesting. Okay. I will say I do think Zephyr is my favorite so far, just because I like the I like Zephyr so far, and I like Fable so far. Fable's very very adorable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Air Echo is Air Ganazi, but they can't use Ganazi because wizards. I think that's what happened here. For a rogue, I like the dex option. but strength is not a bad option either. I like the dex invisibility sneaking around option. Zephyr is literally a character I'd play. I would probably play a character like Zephyr as well. Probably. Zephyr is the most rogue to ever rogue, just like how Rhea here is the most dwarf that ever dwarfed. Yeah, I like the other options. We'll go with that. Okay, so it said to be careful because we might need to alter things. So, 1. Oh, I see. Okay. Because now the dex is already up there. Oh, and I have the brain. Okay, I see. What are my recipes? There it is, recipes. So I'm going for this one. But I need to be careful. Because I need this. I made a swift strike. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. This worked, so... Okay, I see. So infusions do different things. Because if I take this out, can I feed this to Ondu? No, okay. So if I take that out, yeah, okay. So it ups certain stats. Okay. I see. I see how these work. That's interesting. I like this. Ooh. Add some spice to the table. Add any infusion to mix a drink of your choice. Cool. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. That's true. If you let somebody know that you're stealing something, not exactly stealing, you're just taking it. Or they're letting you have it. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Huh. Good one. Tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hey, another garlic enjoyer. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me... goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Ooh, character information unlocked for Zephyr. Cool. Zephyr is a difficult character to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. I do like the pronoun switch in the bio. That is a nice touch. This game is great. This game is awesome. Or for bitter end. Oh, you're back. Oh, hey, you grabbed my other quest. Cool. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep? How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Maybe something strong that'll wake me up and keep me up too. Okay. So you want strength, right? No infusions. Cool. Southern Brawler. Let's go. This Sparkling Nebula. Whoa. That is What, int and charisma? I think that's what that is. Let me double check. Strength, charisma, dexterity, int and defense. Yeah. No whiz, weirdly enough. But int is there. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 1 defense. And 1 riz. Yay! Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call the strength to Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. And I am getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. Could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. Fable would probably get within like 50 feet of the chimera and be like, nope, take me home, please. Poor little thing. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Ah, I'll get to use the chili peppers. Or he would make friends with it. True. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? Yeah, didn't we talk about this? We talked about this, I thought. I thought you were cool with vampires. No. You did mention that you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a great sword and 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time. And they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss-poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. You seem kind of worried. Okay. Nervous? I ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose? Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Oh, I thought this was like a weird fetish thing where she's like, oh my god, I get to help a vampire. I get to meet a vampire. It's like I'm so into vampires, dude. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. Seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's about guardians? It's less about the Guardians and more about what created it. Maybe a little about the Chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. I'm not sure if it's true, but she always claimed that she met each of the realm's keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. I'd like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Rumor unlocked. Relic of the Realm Keepers. Is it under here? Oh, Carolyn's grand greatsword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it's a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive if true. And this doesn't connect to anything yet. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left her savings alone. True, at least she didn't take the money like your uncle did. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. It was the only kind she never encountered. I had quarrels with those feline ones. Different varieties of scales. Even a cow one, I think. Never found a wyvern one in all her years. Would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. Hey, you will return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I'll make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I like dragons. Dragons are pretty cool. Plus, my favorite Final Fantasy XIV expansion deals with a lot of dragons, actually. Okay, you also like dragons. I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical. They are. Fascinating. And magical. I used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic. And their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. We're back to this again. Why not? I like my sword. And my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. You know what? If you say so. I was gonna say, you know what? Good point. But I'm like, you know, too much self-reliance can be a bad thing, I think. Does that mean you don't want to drink? You don't want to drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. I'd be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Like one that grants resistance to fire. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright. What can I get you then? Reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy. So I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. I'll be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix Chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery... No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Alright. I personally am looking at the fire resistance route, but that is just me. I feel like fire resistance would be very useful here. But I also, when I do stuff like this, I also go super heavy into defense. So if I know, hey, I'm about to go do this big thing, I'll buff my defense and resistance to whatever element. So this is a, okay, you agree. Yeah, this is just me coming in here. Okay, plus defense and strength, but minus int. Okay. So I need a strength for that anyway, so it's fine. Okay. I didn't even put it in there. Oh, I need to put it on the cup. Okay. Okay, we already have strength, so I need charisma. There we go. Frosted Lagoon. Do-do-do. Figured it out. I main tank, so my brain always goes to defense. Fair enough. I forgot you were a tank main in WoW. Thanks. Feeling tougher already. And dangerously close to catching fire myself. I think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is this sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. You know, that would solve a lot of problems, yeah, but unfortunately Kyle is stubborn, so... might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Yay! Ah! Defeating Ondu again. Brand new day. We'll do this last day and then we'll call it for stream. Act 1, Part 4, Starlight Sonata. Oh! Hello. Oh, you're a frickin' druid. Look at that outfit. That's a fucking druid outfit. Look, you got birds too. You're the druid here. Hey, Inkeep. Hey, Chrissy. You have an... Oh, I know you already. Long time no see. She looks like a Chrissy. Just look at that face. That's a fucking Chrissy face if I've ever seen one. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do. Iris, you are unfortunately too based for Autobot. A lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be in slight uproar, like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know? They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will ya? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. Ah, this sounds like a defense thing. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Frosted Lagoon. Wonder if I put an infusion when they don't want one, if that'll screw things up. Yeah, I don't need, I'll need dexterity for this. Wonder what happens. I'm gonna try it out, actually. We're gonna do a little bit of this, though. This is the tech that I use in Baldur's Gate. Alright, let's find out. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I needed for my trip. Where are you headed, anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. Screech Magazine. Sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Gnomes? Nymphs? Gnomes or nymphs? Ooh, if nymphs are there... If nymphs are there, Chrissy might want to take Fable. Because I know Fable's been talking about nymphs. That's about the nymphs. No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. Sorry. Seeing bet used like this in a D&D setting is very funny to me. It's like in Baldur's Gate 3 where like oh, what's the line that Astarion uses? Astarion uses the word weirdos. And hearing Astarion just use the word weirdos is the funniest shit to me. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Bray and Flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green checkered conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course! As for the others... I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Oh my god, Fable's gonna learn how to grow zucchini! Speaking of which, I wanted to leave the keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon. Damn, I didn't get any info about Chrissy in my book. Wanted to know what class they were. What class she was. Hi, Fable.
Good evening.
Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day?
I did. I visited Mr. Draken and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest in the Wyvern Chimera.
Oh, so you heard about that.
She told me before she left. In case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back.
I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves?
Of course. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings.
Which stars?
Both sets. They specialize in They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that, too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors echoes and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right?
Very.
That's what I thought. So well...
What is it, Fable?
I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Oh! Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. So, you know that little keepsake from my time with the werewolves?
Yes, I recall.
A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you...
I like trinkets. I did quite literally ask a road to steal a trinket from a vampire mansion, so... Yeah, I like trinkets. Innkeep is like me. My weakness is also just random crap. Like, I'll go on a trip and just buy a bunch of souvenirs because I just like having random crap around everywhere.
Oh!
What is it?
It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper.
Oh, cute! Look at that! Same, I love trinkets, especially if I can wear them. I'll just get like random crap and just put it around my house. It's one of my favorite things to do is just collect random crap to display in my house. Like, everybody has their weakness for like things to put in their house. Mine is just the random tchotchke. This is so cute. Look at this little thing. It does look a bit like a Little Dipper, or I think it could also be a Big Dipper. I collect animal bones and skulls. Using a lot of imagination. Sorry, that was a huge yawn. I'm very tired.
Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky.
Yeah, ours. There might be. Yeah, ours. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. This game is very meta and I love it.
A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now.
Most likely.
Are you fond of the stars surrounding us?
I do like to watch them from time to time.
Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea?
I have to choose? I don't fucking know. Astral, I guess. I don't know.
Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course.
It is. I'll write it all down for you.
That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Are you?
We'll see.
We will.
Until then, care for a drink to wind down?
Yes, please. Though I will still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So something that'll keep me awake and agile would be nice.
Like a swift strike?
Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
Already on it.
Thank you.
Thank you. One moment. It's probably a swift strike. I don't even know why Fable tells me what they want anymore. It's always the same thing. Except that one time where they gave me the choice and I gave them charisma.
Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need.
I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay.
Always. I will always. My doors are always open for you, Fable. Enjoy your rest, Fable.
Thank you.
Oh! Hi, Kyle. I wasn't expecting you here. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Love the Kyle music. Greetings, green creature. Hey, they have a name.
Greetings, Mr. Vampire.
Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink?
I am, thank you.
Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire. No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. And probably during the day, too. Because, you know, son. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps. But it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Unfortunately not. Not yet. Shame. Then I'll have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Here's a question. How come when Evelyn showed up, when I was talking to Zephyr about it, I told Zephyr that I gave her blood, but I don't give Kyle blood. Was that just something to freak him out? I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with this game. All right, anyway. We're doing the strong one again. Yeah, and I apparently have it according to me. Because he's asking for your blood. Fair point. Evelyn didn't ask for my blood, she just asked for blood. That's true, and other blood would probably not satisfy Kyle here, so. Kyle, you also look like you need sleep. I just noticed those giant bags under your eyes. Sir, please. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. Hello, organ music, Jesus Christ. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink of lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how's the retrieval of my kit coming along? Well, someone got the quest. Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. Long-toothed spine guppies, so piranhas? It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure I'll return soon. You and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to take today off and spend vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire. And my hand. And my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my... something. Due to my allergies. Okay. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. Yes, it was the pollen. The pollen was the reason that you were burning. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone? Yes, a true connoisseur of faction. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. Stranger in the night. Ooh, new rumor. Stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Interesting. And I seem to know this person, or know of them at least. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did. Though, I feel like he has something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my Pascha recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me? He asked me about you. Me? Yes. Said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, and so he asked me to deliver your greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Yes, poetic. That's a word that I would not use to describe that. I would not use poetic to describe whatever that was, but you know what? It's a word. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? It seems like it does. No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. Must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. Found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delicious... delicious? Wow, I'm tired. Delightful. Your friend brought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if that memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She's the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we will change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me. Now she likes me. Based on the one interaction that I saw, like is kind of strong. Tolerates, maybe. Also, you're still covered in slime. Kyle, please, take a shower or something. True change can occur before the stars change it seems. You are hard to dislike, or I think she still hates you. I like Kyle. I think Kyle's funny. Rhea doesn't, though, is the problem. Yeah, like is kind of a strong word in this sense. I don't know. What do you think? Iris, help me. What option do I choose? Lord, I'm tired. I think she still hates you is kind of funny. Bit strong of a word, yeah. I think she still hates you is the... That's a very thing mean to say. I don't think you get to make that decision. You don't either. me and Innkeep here are on the same wavelength there. Neither do you. No, but I can have faith in her heart. Isn't that what friendship is all about? This is the most one-sided friendship I've ever seen. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again, he said. What was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Oh. I have a letter. Thank you. Oh. Are you not going to open it? No. I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend. It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Oh, God. Fireworks! Doesn't that sound lovely? Hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. Whoa! What happened outside?
I don't mean to interrupt, but...
What is it, little fawn?
Look outside. I think the fireworks have started.
Oh, how beautiful! Though they're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those don't look like fireworks. They're Amogus. Oh my god. Oh, the music. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Whoa. I got an achievement. See the stars. Is that supposed to happen? Whoa. Alright, well that was a... Oh, we're at the start of Act 2 as well. That actually is a great place to end off. Let me save real quick. Oop, I just saved it to a different thing. That's fine. We'll save here too. Why not? Let's do it. Alright, I think that's a good place to end off. We finished Act 1. We are well into the story. I'm enjoying this game. So let us go back to the other screen. Get Spotify up here. Alright. So yeah, I'm enjoying this game a lot. It is a game that very clearly knows its audience and caters to a specific audience. And you know what? That audience is me. And I'm enjoying it. Quite a lot, actually. But yeah, no, I really like it so far. I love, like, the big story-driven games like this where it's like, get to know the characters and get to know the story through the characters. I love stuff like that. This is right up my alley. So I'm looking forward to the next time I play this game. That was a good game. I agree. I'm glad you enjoyed stream today, Iris. So Thursday we will be operating as normal with the Mentor Roulette stream. Other than that, I will not keep you guys any longer because I'm already past time. I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you on Thursday.